Hello and welcome to Current Issues with me, Tarun. In 2013, Congress Vice President Rahul Gandhi made a statement that is often quoted in news articles. He said, I am going to pull all my efforts into transforming organization of the party. I am going to make sure that a transformation happens and I will do it in ways you cannot imagine. End of quote. Cut to 2016, on May 19, after BJP swept the Assam Assembly elections, BJP President Amit Shah said, the nation is 2 steps away from creating a Congress Mukt Bharat. What happened between 2013 and 2016 that made the recovery of the Congress party seem more remote with each assembly election? Does the Congress party need a deep surgery as suggested by senior Congress leader Digvijay Singh? Is the coterie responsible for the decline of the GDP and the Congress still in control of the party? What happened to the blueprint that was submitted to the Congress President Sonia Gandhi in February 2015? Why senior leaders deserted the Congress one by one? We are going to discuss these issues in detail with a panel comprising of Congress spokesperson Tom Vadakkan, Sanjay Singh of First Post and Sanjay Kapoor is editor of Hard News. Let me start by first talking to Tom Vadakkan of the Congress party. If he could give us an insider's analysis of why things have gone so horribly wrong with the party. Tom, can you hear me? I think Tom Vadakkan...
yes, I can hear you.
Tom, I would want to know from you an insider's account. You've seen the party through its various stages, through fast growth, 2 terms of power, and now the decline. Can you give us an insider's account of why things have gone wrong for the party in the past 3 years?
Well, let me take it from point to point. When you are referring to elections and you refer to Assam, and there was reference to, I will also refer to Kerala. Now, Assam was 15 years of the Congress rule. There is an anti-incumbency factor, which is about 5%, which is normally set 5%. So we are looking at about 3 terms.
Yes.
See, there is a problem with our perceptional battle. We have enough example in Assam. I remember the last time we had a situation after the Assam Accord, we lost elections. Now, when you take forward steps, there are bound to be, some reactions. So now, for example, in Kerala, I am moving on a broader canvas. Now, there was this whole issue about prohibition. Now, the issue was prohibition. Is it a positive step? It's a larger debate. But we took that forward step. And then there were problems. The exchequer suffered. Yes, we suffered on that count. But a decision was taken that we will gradually go into a prohibition mode. And that, I'm afraid to say, as a policy line failed. Because the liquor lobby, as it is a hyperactive, made use of the situation that was prevailing in Kerala to support the CPM and also help the BJP.
Okay.
We suffered because of that. There are issues. Elections are not something you win or you lose in elections, but anti-incumbency is a factor. Some wrong decisions have been taken, but these are corrective actions that can be taken. This is you can't stand up and say it's a doomsday prediction. There are decisions taken that may go terribly wrong, but there are decisions that have been to be taken on principles.
Okay, so let me at this point get in Sanjay Singh, is political editor of First Post. You saw what happened in the May of 2014 with Congress being reduced to 44 seats. After that, there were talks of a revival plan. Don't you think that party hasn't woken up? You see leaders right from Shashi Tharoor, be it other leaders of the party like Digvijay Singh, even Captain Amrinder Singh of Punjab recently spoke that the party needs fresh new faces, even the AICC. Do you think there is, the party has grown distant to reality of the fast transforming landscape of politics in India?
In some ways, you are quite right. The fact remains that the news that Rahul Gandhi will be elevated to the position of party president
yes,
gives an impression that nothing succeeds like failure in Congress. If you look at it, Tom Vodakkan was in very simplistic way explained as to how and why party lost elections in Assam and Kerala. Let me go beyond that. Now Congress has lost Assam and Kerala. Rahul Gandhi is being made kind of Congress president,
Yes.
something which his mother served for 18 years,
Yes.
since March 1998 till now. Now, when Rahul Gandhi was made vice president, Congress had lost UP in 2012. He was made vice president in January 2013
Yes.
at Chintan Shivir in Jaipur.
Yes.
Congress had lost UP, Congress had lost Punjab, Congress had lost Goa, Congress had lost Gujarat.
Yes.
When he lost that, subsequent to that, the election that happened, again the Congress lost Delhi, Chhattisgarh, Rajasthan, and you have Madhya Pradesh.
Yes.
Then parliamentary elections happened, where Rahul Gandhi was virtually projected as, not in so many words, but people actually knew that he is prime ministerial candidate of the
Yes.
Congress.
Yes.
Congress, as you said, 44 seats, and the elections that happened with parliamentary elections,
Yes.
Orissa, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana,
Yes.
subsequent to that Maharashtra, Haryana, you name states after state.
So basically, you say
In 2013, Congress had won Himachal when Rahul Gandhi became
Okay.
vice president. In 2016, Congress won Puducherry and Rahul Gandhi is party president. So Congress finds something to celebrate. I don't know what roadmap is going to be there. Of course, Rahul Gandhi's speech in 2013 January at Chintan Shivir again is very important.
Yes.
I think all congressmen should, including Rahul Gandhi, should refer to his own speech that he delivered in Jaipur.
Yes.
I think that would be enlightening to them also.
Okay. Now let me go across to Sanjay Kapoor of Hard News. Sanjay Kapoor, what do you think? What has gone wrong with the party? Even if you take this year, except for minor gains in Bihar, where it was third in the place, the party hasn't shown any inclination that it is wanting to get in touch with voters. Don't you think that the party is slowly growing out of touch with the huge electorate of India?
No, this is not the way you should describe a party which is going through this process,
Yes.
They are going through this pain. They lost in 2014 and before that. So I think what will really happen that they will go through this pain of touching new lows. But if there is determination on the part of the Congress party, they will start getting it together, because it is all cyclical. Nobody knew when BJP had 2 seats many years ago that they will come to this situation.
Okay.
When Congress lost during immediately
Point
after
taken.
emergency, the
Okay.
revival was very difficult.
Okay.
So we should not actually jump to conclusions, just not come to judgment immediately.
Okay, point taken. I'll go across to Tom Vodakkan. Tom, if you could tell me, leaders of the party have been demanding revamp of the All India Congress Committee. Leaders of the party have been demanding that the party needs strong leaders in states who are actually faces, who can actually win an election, because elections are fought on local issues. And central leaders cannot be paratroop for campaigning to win elections. And this is not said by me. This is what Jyotiraditya Scindia said last week. Don't you think so that Congress has virtually given up on getting or grooming regional leaders? Or do you think that there is a missing piece here which has actually affected the party heavily?
Well, I think that version of yours is not correct, because we have very powerful regional leaders, unlike the Bharatiya Janata Party, which has a prime minister who goes to Tamil Nadu, who goes to Kerala.
Yes.
And despite being the prime minister of the country, what he broke was 1 seat in Kerala, and that has more to do with O. Rajagopalan's personal position there.
Yes.
And second, as to the prime minister is not the chief minister of the state. Each state has its own leaders.
Yes.
And we are very confident that our leaders who are present in at the regional level are competent, and we will position them from time to time. There are not one leader, there are 5, 6 leaders at each state. So we will look into it. Like Sanjay rightly said, it's too early days to even taken, because you see these are times where every party has to go through. Bharatiya Janata Party with 2 seats and what have you. We had 2 terms we came in, we were in bad shape at that point of time. We did come back. And you see the secular fiber that we have stood for, we haven't changed our ideology or position from time to time. Let me also tell you that our positions, you don't have Africans being beaten up in the streets of the metros, or you have the Goa chief minister making very strange statements that it's very difficult to live. You see, we have a position, there was never situations like this. Educational policy was followed, and there was a regular policy line that was adopted. MEA positions were very clear. There was no confusion. The economic situation may not have been what they describe in their propaganda of 1,000 crore propaganda that they are running.
Yes.
See, everything is slow and steady, and there was a human face for reforms. Today they talk about increase in our GDP, but the next day you have price rise on the petroleum sector. You have it in they have said that for the
but Tom,
jet,
speaking of the
for
Congress
jet,
party,
fuel,
what comments
and
do you
all
have
this,
to
and all this.
What comments do you have to make on overhaul of the AICC, which has been demanded by leaders all and sundry on most occasions? One, and two, when you speak of secular party, do you think that the party has now been identified more with minority, and that is a tag that it is being, trying to shake off with Rahul Gandhi visiting Badrinath and doing these kind of posturing? Do you think the pro minority tag has stuck so hard to the party that it's difficult to shake off now? And what about the revamp of AICC? Those two quick points.
See, there is this issue being very closely examined by the Congress leadership as to the question of people who deliver on various issues. There have been defeats in certain states. A revamp is not just called about the AICC, it has to also be with the block level, it has to be at the district level, the PCC. So, I mean, if there is a award-reward system, that has to be stipulated, and that will fall into place. As to the question of the AICC, yes, they are looking at it, but I cannot tell you what time frame these whole issues are going to take. It's going to take time. There will be an AICC session, Congress Working Committee will meet, there will be introspection, and they will come to a conclusion on what are the right steps to be taken at the appropriate time. As to the question of about the minority, let me make it one thing very clear. The test of democracy is essentially how you deal with the minority.
Okay.
Now, if their propaganda material says we are pro-minority, we are also happy. We are also happy that minority is safe in the Congress's hands, unlike the insecurity that is prevailing in this country across the board. Now you have a situation where the issue of AMU was pending, and we had, the courts were looking into the matter. Now they have decided not to look into it and declare it as a central university. These are messages going across not only in India but globally, that our minorities are not feeling safe. There is a fear psychosis. So we are not apologetic about anything. Majorities, we are part of majority, but minority needs to be protected. That's the message that must go out, and we are doing it. We may lose elections, but we will stick on to ideology. We will correct ourselves. There are mistakes we make, we admit it, but yes, we will fight it out in the larger interest of this country.
Okay, point taken. Let me go across to Sanjay Singh. Sanjay Singh, you saw what points Tom Wadakam made either on the revamp of the AICC or state level leaders. Do you agree with his analysis?
See, in a way, at the moment, I don't think he can reveal beyond as to what is going to happen, because that, of course, is within domain of Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi. But two things, surgery, cardiac surgery, and so on and so forth was being talked about. Digvijay Singh, Satyavrat Chaturvedi, Abhishek Manu Singhvi, and so on. And everybody was talking. We are actually very concerned. And somebody said party is actually in ICU, and therefore that introspection and thought process has to happen. If all this means that Rahul Gandhi be coronated as party president, something he was born to become.
Yes.
And if that is there, then perhaps I don't think that is all people and Congress sympathizers would expect from Congress leadership to do. As to what the composition is going to happen, old guard, new guard, that's a old discussion. But the fact remains that Congress not only will have to inject fresh faces, but also fresh ideas to challenge and counter the BJP, because at the moment BJP is a resurgent force. And if you are to challenge there, and also regional parties, regional players like Mamata Banerjee, Nitish Kumar or Arvind Kejriwal, they have also come up. They have also come up with kind of mandate that they actually desire, and everybody is trying to position take a pole position vis-a-vis the Congress.
Yes.
Rahul Gandhi, of course, in bipolar politics is already there.
Okay.
He also has to take that pole position. Will Rahul Gandhi and Congress will have that kind of capability and command and confidence
Yes.
to take that position and take these parties along?
Yes.
And that will come, the first taste, of course, UP is going to poll and several other areas are also going to polls in 2017. I think a total of 7 states.
Yes. So Sanjay Kapoor, do you think Congress is even ready for 2017 polls? We saw what is happening in Punjab. We saw what is happening with Prashant Kishore's entry. When we spoke to a lot of regional leaders, they were pretty unhappy. They say you cannot plant some outsider who's giving directions to us. Do you think that has backfired? The Prashant Kishore strategy has backfired?
You are jumping from one issue to another. The problem is that Congress is gone through this major loss.
Yes.
And what is really plaguing the party is the unsurety about the leadership of Rahul Gandhi. Most of the old guard is not very sure how it will be like having Rahul Gandhi as a leader, because Rahul Gandhi has betrayed a mindset where he likes to keep to himself. He doesn't mix around with the senior leaders. So that transition from one generation to another is proving to be very problematic. So in my view, Congress has to engage in a conversation with itself. AICC is a major, it can be a forum where the conversation can begin. Till the time they are able to sort out how they need to go forward, they can create a narrative by which they can take on the BJP, how they will fight a state election, all that will follow later. Before that, they have to get down and figure out where they are going, who's going to lead the party. At the moment when you have Mr. Amrinder Singh saying that the Congress should be led by Sonia Gandhi, so the suggestion is that they don't want Rahul to be there. And you talk to many of the senior leaders quietly, and they would say that, Rahul has maybe a lot of energy, but at some stage it is not coming together. So all those issues need to be sorted out.
Even the NCP demanded it, even the
And once
Nationalist
there is
Congress
clarity
Party said
in the
that.
party.
Even the Nationalist Congress Party and Ally said that they would want Sonia Gandhi to lead the coalition rather than Rahul Gandhi. But let me move across to Tom Vadakkan. Tom, do you think that getting in Prashant Kishore, even in Punjab, so first of all, Punjab was ignored for a long time by the Aam Aadmi Party, by the Congress. Aam Aadmi Party made inroads. Then suddenly you cut to Prashant Kishore, he comes and there is a scuffle. They say, the Prashant Kishore and Amrinder Singh don't get along. Do you think this strategy of getting outsiders has failed?
See, let me be very candid to you. Prashant Kishore is known to be a good strategist, and he has proved it from time to time. He's done that in Bihar. As to the question of the policy line and all that, that is adopted by the Congress political leadership. But as to the question of campaign strategy and all that, that is being held by Mr. Prashant Kishore. Be what it may, we have a very clear line and policy on Punjab. And I think Sanjay did quote Amrinder Singh, but I'm not correcting him, but I'm updating him. Amrinder Singh ji's last interview, he's very candidly said, it's time that Mrs. Gandhi hands over the leadership to Rahul Gandhi. And as to the question, there was a long interview of Mr. Amrinder Singh on Punjab specifically, wherein he said categorically there is no difference of opinion. There is a campaign strategy being adopted, and the leadership is fully focused. And there's no problem between Prashant Kishore and Amrinder. And I'll tell you what, you will see the surprise element in Punjab. I have been to Punjab, I've seen the effect. You see, the advantage Aam Aadmi Party had earlier has been turned into a disadvantage with the flop show that they are conducting in Delhi. And so what has happened is Punjab has really realized that having anything to do with Aam Aadmi could be at their own cost. But let me say this, that we are very confident in the coming elections. Mistakes may have been committed. Every human being makes mistakes. Decisions are taken. Decisions can be, you see, if you win an election doesn't mean that the decision was right or wrong. Now, for example, West Bengal, the question was whether we went with the communists was right or not. But let me tell you, a decision was taken, and that decision may have not succeeded at the ground level, but on a pan-India level, if you look at it, it is the beginning of a unity across the board of secular forces. And I think In the longer run, it will pay off. Not that we were expecting some miracle in West Bengal, but yes, we improved our position. But we are sure that this kind of decisions that have been taken may not reflect at the ground zero level immediately, but the advantages will figure
Tom
subsequently.
Vadakkan remains pretty optimistic of the situation. Let us see what happens in Uttar Pradesh and Punjab, but let me move across to Sanjay Singh. Sanjay, if we see 2013 to 16, we saw exodus of leaders, but the exodus of leaders from the Congress party has been happening for a long time now, and most of the regional leaders whom we see today were once part of the united original Congress. Do you think that the Congress party has in it that it has managed to lose these leaders due to deliberate mistakes? And I'll also,
yeah, that is precisely the point. The two leaders who moved from Congress very recently, and now both prominent ones, Himanta Biswa Sarma and another of Arunachal Pradesh Chief Minister, what they publicly said was their grouse against Rahul Gandhi, that he did not actually give them enough time or listen to their grievances and address to them accordingly. The problem, I think, the other thing that you were talking about was about Prashant Kishore.
Yes.
If I may.
yes.
The much of I could understand Prashant Kishore's style of functioning while covering Bihar elections. He is somebody who is very focused in his work, no doubts. He is now somebody to reckon with in terms of strategy. But Prashant Kishore is somebody who likes to do what he wants to, does not like too much of interference, and takes command from one single source, which in Congress's case would be Rahul Gandhi. Ironically, Prashant Kishore wanted somebody to be projected as chief ministerial candidate, either Rahul Gandhi or Priyanka Gandhi. Rahul Gandhi, by becoming Congress president, obviously is ruled out. A Congress president can't be downgraded to be a chief ministerial candidate, or even if a situation comes, Congress wins handsomely, even then you would not be chief minister. That part is ruled out. Priyanka Gandhi, I don't know. To best of my information, that is not happening. For Congress, the challenge is very big, and for Rahul Gandhi, that challenge is actually going to be very big. In any case, Rahul Gandhi was running the show, just that he was de facto, not de jure Congress president, and few things were being referred back and forth between Sonia Gandhi
I can see
Rahul
Sanjay Kapoor also wanting to come in. Sanjay Singh, just a minute. Sanjay Kapoor, what point do you have to make? Yes, Sanjay Kapoor.
No, you did not give me a chance to speak on Prashant Kishore when you raised the issue.
Please.
So what I wanted to say, he may bring in strategy, he may bring in speed in reflexes when it comes to responding to the opposition, program. But what the Congress needs at the moment is its ideology, has to be sharp focused. It needs to figure out where it is going, because if you are unsure of your own ideology, what you stand for, any amount of tinkering with how the booths are managed, how many people are manning the booth, what kind of ad campaign you are doing, it will all go waste. Because Congress has to differentiate itself from BJP, it has to differentiate from the left. That is the space that it needs.
Sanjay,
it has to
point
remain.
taken.
Go back
We've got
to
a caller
what is called
from Delhi
sticking
whom
to
I am
knitting.
going to now take on the show. Lakshya Rawat from Delhi. Lakshya Rawat, what point do you have to make?
Sir, seriously, I'm listening to the entire panel, and the point which I would like to make is that for surgery we need the disease, okay? And what I believe, the disease is Rahul Gandhi. Politics is all about perception, and the perception is all about in human. That Rahul Gandhi is not a good leader. Like Rahul Gandhi, there is no any comparison between Rahul Gandhi and Modi. So I think that we have to focus, or the Congress has to focus on Rahul Gandhi first. It has to be good.
Okay, I'll thank you for your question. I'll let Tom Vadakkan answer this. Tom, have you been able to hear the question that the problem with Congress is the problem of perception versus reality?
Well, the answer is this is like a quack trying to analyze our problem.
Yes.
An outsider, stark outsider, and based on election victories or successes.
Yes.
I'm sorry to say this, but Congress party leadership is fully the pan-Indian image of the Gandhis. We need the Gandhis more than they need us.
Yes.
Let us understand this. They are the cementing force that has held this party together. I'm being very candid. Now, when this gentleman comes and says the problem is Rahul Gandhi, he has no idea the depth of Rahul Gandhi. He has not interacted with him. There is a public perception about him. And that will change. 2 election victory means he's a great leader. Does not mean. Who was Mr. Modi earlier? He was the spokesman of the party. Suddenly, time, situation changes. Today, he is the Prime Minister of this country. But Opportunities come, and you'll wait and see. This gentleman will lead this party back to a position of strength, and these so-called doomsday predictions that are coming in, these quacks can deliver all sorts of thought process. This is typically the Bharatiya Janata Party analysis mindset. Sorry, we know to look after ourselves. The Congress Party will bounce back and take it from me.
Okay, point taken, Tom. We've got another caller, Sonal from Mumbai. Sonal, can you hear me?
Yes. My question is, there's a Congress spokesperson there. I want to ask him, what is the forecast of coming elections? I mean, for Congress.
Which elections you mean? Because there are many elections. What elections forecast would you want?
The coming elections. So,
Uttar Pradesh.
Okay. Point taken, Sonal. Tom, these are the young people of India. They will not be politically aware. But as a general caller, she would want to know what's your forecast of the coming elections, because from 2014, if we give a perspective, Congress has been losing state after state.
Well, the Bharatiya Janata Party has also not done too well. I mean, if you look at Assam, before that Bihar, they were wiped out, and then before you had Delhi. So come on, let us put everything in. Let's not put everything in one basket. There's Punjab, there are other states, there's Himachal, and there are other states. We're bound to do well. I'm not standing out and saying and doing some kind of astrological prediction here. But let me tell you, we are going to put the
time for closing comments. I'll come to you, Tom, again in a minute. Sanjay Singh, 30 seconds to you. Give me your closing comments, then I move on to the two other panelists.
See, previously when Congress rejuvenated itself, Congress was out of power at the center but was very strong in states. Currently, Congress is kind of at its in center 44 seats and also is shrinking in states after states. That's the real challenge for Rahul Gandhi.
Okay, point taken, point taken. Sanjay Kapoor, final 30 seconds. What are your final comments?
Congress is facing a very severe crisis, and as Sanjay has said rightly, it is shrinking in many states. They need to get their act together, and it is also possible, when I said earlier, they need to start talking with each other, ensure that people don't run away.
Thank you.
And
Point
take on
taken.
the combined challenge.
Totally out of time. Tom Vadakkan gets to have the closing comments. He's the spokesperson of the party. Tom Vadakkan, what will be your closing comment?
Well, I can say that these doomsday predictions have all been seen earlier. We have seen twice that the UPA was able to come back. And what were we? We were on that Shining India campaign, and today it is the Achhe Din. Now the Achhe Din, day by day, is a sinking situation. The economic situation through 1,000 crore campaign they're trying to project it. They have done nothing, and yet there is this huge campaign that's running. We will come back,
delivered on economics.
And
Point taken, totally out of time, Tom, but thank you for joining us. Sanjay Kapoor, Sanjay Singh and Tom Vadakkan had a good debate today. The Congress has certainly not shown any political acumen in winning elections the past 2 years. The Congress appears still very positive of performance in the coming year. That we'll get to know with the UP and the Punjab elections that are held next year. For electoral performance is the only arithmetic on which you actually count the success of parties, and not on general popularity and talks. But thank you for joining us in this debate today. Thank you so much.